UTC campus can expect a big change this year after new legislation was passed. We've got the details on what's changing.
Plus, the headliner for the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show has been confirmed, while a country legend has been postponed a Las Vegas residency.
I'm Peyton Gortney.
And I'm Kaylin McCaslin. Your news starts now. We have more details on the reorganization of offices on our campus. We now know that in addition to PRISM, the Multicultural Center plus Women and Gender Equity, or WAGE, will combine with the Office of Student and Family Engagement. That division will be called the UTC Center for Student Leadership, Engagement, and Community. It is the result of a state-ordered ban on color, national origin, sex, religion, or other protected characteristics for university offices. The reorganization will start after fall break. Depend on Mocs News for coverage on this developing story.
The student group called Turning Point USA has applied to start a chapter at UTC. Turning Point USA is a campus-based organization started by Charlie Kirk, who was fatally shot last month while speaking at Utah Valley University. The goal of Turning Point USA is to, quote, exist to educate young people about the importance of limited government, free markets, and freedom. The application for a UTC chapter still needs to pass several approval milestones. We'll let you know about the progress. This past weekend was a big one for our area. We have a team report with details on Comic-Con in Chattanooga that has some familiar UTC faces leading it.
But first, Iron Man has returned to the Scenic City. Iron Man Chattanooga took over the Scenic City this weekend, bringing thousands of athletes and spectators downtown. The race featured a 2.4-mile swim in the Tennessee River, a 112-mile bike ride down US 27, and a full marathon through downtown Chattanooga. Rasmus Svenningsson from Sweden claimed first place with a time of 7 hours, 34 minutes, and 24 seconds. Australia's Cameron Worth and American Trevor Foley rounded out the podium. This marked the 11th year that the Ironman has returned to the city as a signature sporting event. Ironman Chattanooga 2026 is already in the works for next September.
Chattanooga Comic-Con was this weekend. We got first-hand accounts of the convention and got some interviews with some faces that are familiar to UTC.
Welcome, Mocs News. We're here at Chattanooga Comic-Con today. I'm Peyton Gortney, and I'm going to show you around what's going on. We got some vendors, and we got some cool people to interview today. Let's get into it. And where am I at right now?
We're at Ecto Gecko's booth. We are a mobile reptile exhibit and stuff, so you get to touch, love on rescue reptiles and stuff, and get to take photos home in your cosplay.
There you go. I'm here with a very special guest. You mind telling us about yourself?
Hi, my name is Patricia Pat, and I was the voice of Peppermint Patty for the Peanuts cartoons. And that's a lot of peas.
So, what made you come out here?
Well, I don't live too far from here. Actually, I live near Nashville, Tennessee. I've been in Nashville about 30 years now. And I was here last year just to come and have fun and got to meet the people that run it. And they were like, hey, come on out for this year. So here I am.
My favorite thing about Comic-Con is just interacting with the people. I like to have fun. I like to talk about nerd stuff all nonstop. So, like, this is my full-time job. I travel the country seeing everything around. I'm from Detroit area, and I've met a lot of really interesting people. So that's what I love about every single one, is that just the community.
Hey, I'm Jordy. I'm cosplaying Schoolboy Non-Suit. I've been cosplaying for 5 years. This is my second time here at Chattanooga Comic-Con.
Are you excited?
Totally.
The U.S. federal government has shut down after Republican and Democratic lawmakers failed to resolve a budget dispute. The shutdown will cut off funding for many government operations, causing disruptions ranging from air travel to national parks and zoos. About 40% of the federal workforce, or 750,000 people, are expected to be put on unpaid leave.
4 people are dead and 8 others wounded after a former Marine crashed his pickup truck into a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan on Sunday. Officials say the suspect, 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, began shooting inside the crowded sanctuary and then set the building on fire. He was killed in a shootout with police. Victim ranged in age from 6 to 78. All survivors are expected to recover, and 2 others were treated for smoke inhalation. Authorities describe the attack as an act of targeted violence against the Mormon faith.
3 people are dead and at least 5 others injured after a shooting at a waterfront restaurant in Southport, North Carolina, Saturday night. Authorities say that the suspect, 38-year-old Nigel Max Edge, opened fire from a boat outside of the American Fish Company. He then fled towards an intercoastal waterway before being taken into custody. Edge is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He's being held without bond, and police say additional charges are expected.
The UT Promise Tour is moving through our area. With this edition of Checking In with Charles, we find out more.
How's it going, Mocs? I'm Charles Kemp, and this is Checking In with Charles. Today, we're on leg 2 of the Find Your UT Tour, and we stopped by UT Chattanooga with a special guest. Let's check it out.
This is also an exciting time of your life, right? This is your last year of high school. We're going to talk to you about some ways in which you can go to a University of Tennessee completely free of tuition fees. At the University of Tennessee, we created something called the UT Promise. And what the UT Promise is, or says, is if your family income is under $75,000, you can go to any one of our campuses, any one of the 5 campuses, completely free of tuition and fees. We know we can afford to go to college, and we've got 5 fantastic choices at the University of Tennessee system, including UT Chattanooga.
Thanks for watching. Until the next time, go Mocs.
Have you seen flecks of white spots flying through the air? There's a truck on campus covered with them. Experts say that these are woolly aphids, and it's mating season. They can land on plants and drink their sap. Water works to knock them off.
Are we easing back into fall?
Here's Esty Nissenson with the answer.
Hurricane Umberto and Hurricane Imelda did not merge as expected. However, they did make history when they were only 467 miles apart earlier this week. That is the closest 2 storms in the Atlantic were so close together in over a century. Hurricane Imelda gained strength and became a Category 2 storm by Tuesday and reached Bermuda late Wednesday. Hurricane Umberto dissipated Wednesday and the remnants became Storm Amy, which is expected to reach the UK today. Next week is looking to continue the warmer weather with the highs in the low 80s and upper 70s, with the lows in the lower 60s and upper 50s towards the end of the week. You should also expect scattered rain showers throughout the first part of the week.
Jane Goodall has died at the age of 91. She was the intellectual and soft-spoken conservationist renowned for her groundbreaking research on chimpanzees. She documented the primates' distinct personalities and use of tools. Goodall became a beloved household name who transcended generations through her appearances in documentaries and on television. Goodall died of natural causes while in California on a U.S. speaking tour. Bad Bunny has been officially confirmed as the headliner for Super Bowl 60, scheduled for February 2026 at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. The 31-year-old Puerto Rican rap star is credited with bringing Spanish-language rap to the global popularity and was Spotify's most streamed artist from 2020 to 2022. He recently said that he chose not to tour in the U.S. because he feared ICE could target his fans. His selection has drawn criticism from some political figures, including former Trump advisor Corey Lewandowski, who said ICE agents would be present at the Super Bowl to enforce immigration laws, stating, "We will find you and apprehend you." Despite the controversy, Bad Bunny has expressed excitement for the opportunity, emphasizing his pride in representing Puerto Rico and Latino culture.
Dolly Parton announced Sunday that she will be postponing her residency in Las Vegas due to health challenges. She explained that they would interfere with her ability to rehearse, leading her to postpone her shows until September next year. Dolly told fans not to worry about her quitting and that she was, quote, slowing down to be ready for more big adventures.
The Vols hang tough in college football.
But it's a different story for the Mocs. Here's Dominic Butler with the story.
Tennessee pulled off a hard-fought 41-34 overtime win at Mississippi State Saturday night. Joey Aguilar ran for a touchdown in the final minutes to force overtime, and Deshaun Bishop scored on the first play of overtime to seal the victory. The Volunteers held strong on the defense when it mattered most, turning the game in their favor. Aguilar led the offense with Mike Matthews and Chris Brazil making key catches down the stretch. The win improves Tennessee to 4-1 on their season, and they'll host Arkansas next week. Chattanooga dropped its SoCon opener in a 28-10 loss to Citadel on Saturday night. The Mocs struggled to slow down quarterback Quentin Hayes, who rushed for 2 touchdowns and 103 yards. The Bulldogs outgained Chattanooga 433-321 and controlled the line of scrimmage. Justice Durant led the Mocs with 74 rushing yards and a touchdown, while Camden Orr threw for 201 yards. The loss drops Chattanooga to 1-4 on the season and 0-1 in conference play. The latest AP Top 25 rankings have been released, and there's some big movement at the top. Ohio State holds on to the #1 spot, followed by Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss, who jumped 9 spots after a strong win. Oklahoma rounds out the top 5, while SEC teams Texas A&M, Texas, and Alabama all remain in the top 10. Tennessee stays at number 15 after their big win against Mississippi State. The biggest fall belonged to LSU, who dropped 9 spots to number 13 following their first loss of the season.
UTC welcomed back ZooTC this past Wednesday for the 3rd year in a row.
The petting zoo brought along some of the student favorites, including an alpaca, bunnies, goats, and Sunday, the lovable Highland cow, as well as stress-free opportunities like taking photos with the animals and making button keepsakes.
The annual event is a collaboration between the UTC Library and the Office of Student and Family Engagement. That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Instagram page.
We're also on Facebook and YouTube. Have a good weekend.